here's the uncomfortable truth about morning anxiety. You can't actually get rid of it. And if you've been trying, no wonder you're frustrated. Morning anxiety isn't something you can target directly because it's not really about the morning at all. It's a side effect of something much bigger. And today, I'm going to show you why it happens and, more importantly, what you can do about it. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but my anxiety is always worse in the morning, so surely I need to fix morning anxiety, right? That makes sense, but here's the twist. Morning anxiety is driven by your body's natural cortisol rhythm. But what is cortisol? Cortisol is often called the stress hormone, but it's really not the villain here. In fact, cortisol is the reason you can wake up, get moving, and stay sharp when life throws challenges at you. Think about it. When your body needs quick energy, cortisol signals for glucose. This is life-saving for our ancestors when there's a saber-toothed tiger about to pounce in. And it's still useful today when your boss suddenly asks you a question in a meeting and you need your brain firing now. And it's also normal that cortisol rises and falls during the day. So what is a normal cortisol rhythm? Here's what actually happens. Cortisol starts rising around 3 a.m. It peaks at about 8 a.m. and then slowly it drops through the day, which is why you tend to feel sleepier at night. That morning spike is completely normal. In fact, it's so normal, it even has its own name. It's referred to as the cortisol awakening response, or CAR for short. So if you feel it, you remember it's just biology's way of turning on your engine for the day. So why do some people wake up anxious instead of just alert? Well, think of it like this. Take a look at this graph where we have cortisol levels over time. There's a sweet spot in the middle where high cortisol peaks land in the area of feeling focused and awake. Heart rate beating at a great pace, respiration working nicely, the perfect amount of energy in the body. And that's where people's cortisol spike should land them, right in that sweet spot. But if your baseline anxiety is already high, that same cortisol spike tips you over into the wired and anxious zone. The spike itself isn't the problem. It's where you're starting from. And this is why you can't target morning anxiety directly. Think about it like tummy fat. You can't say, I'll just lose fat right here on my stomach. It, unfortunately, doesn't work like that. You have to reduce fat overall, and eventually the stubborn tummy fat goes too. Morning anxiety works the same way. You can't target it directly, but what you can do is work on bringing down the baseline anxiety overall, so that the morning spike no longer feels overwhelming. And guess what? Even just knowing all this can be tremendously helpful too, because understanding that this cortisol roller coaster is normal will help you stop treating it as abnormal in the mornings, which will also cut down on the rumination and help it become less of an issue. Because of course, rather than battling your mornings, the real key is training your nervous system to stay calmer all day long. Lower the baseline and mornings take care of themselves. And sure, the usual things help: better sleep, movement, hydration, nutrition. But if you also want a direct way to calm your system and reset your baseline, I've got something for you. In the next video, I'll walk you through a full hypnotherapy session designed to train your body and mind to settle into calm. Not just in the mornings, but all day long.